this. My God. Okay. So, and after finishing this, we forgotten. So the important tag here in our current page is apex form. What is apex form? This is required to take input. So we are having some input tags here to take input from the customer, right? So we are taking input from email and cost from the customer. So that's the reason we added the input form. The input form contains all the list of fields, all the input tags available here. You should use this apex form. And page block, simple, and again page block with the table. This is a simple text to highlight the section name. It's like a page block name, this complete block name. And tab style I'm using as participants. And there are a lot of other attributes also. So I can even put some actions like this. uh, on mouse over I can do some actions like I change of color. I can do that on mouse over. I can call some alert function. Let's do one thing on mouse over. Okay, I'm simply calling alert. um, on mouse over. So this is simple page block table. Now I'm just taking my mouse over to the page block section. Now I'm doing some action and I'm printing down the alert, simple alert, because I can do some action also here. Okay, okay, still um, because this complete section belongs to mouse over. Wherever I go, I get, see, this is mouse over. If I move the mouse now, I will get this message. Oh my God, now I can't change because um, okay, now so I can even call some JavaScript functions like this. This is a simple event. Okay, on when I'm coming over to this page block section, I'm just calling some functions. I can do some actions. I can do some action with my JavaScript code and with any Apex action functions, everything like this. Okay, I'm just removing it now, and I do have a lot of other functions like it. See, there are a lot of functions on key up, on key down, on key press. These are all functions. Okay, and I want to explain some more attributes here. Tab style and tile only we have used. Rendered, I will explain the option in the coming days to refresh the things. Render it is a boolean value, whether to refresh it or not. So for suppose if you want to refresh some section inside your web page based on some value in your database, then you are going to use as rendered value. If you are bringing some true value inside this, then this section will be rendered. The section will be refreshed, otherwise it won't be refreshed at all. Okay, it won't bring the data
It
to
won't
you.
bring the
Okay, so again I haven't saved it, so let's click on. I have to save now. Yeah, in the same way I do have attributes for page block section also. If I click here, just put on space, it shows all the type of actions here. And I do have a simple option of show header equal to true. Let's do by default this is true. Let's click on false. FALSE. Let's click on false. show header in the page block section. Okay, show header equal to, I'm expecting this to be closed. Okay, again I can have a separate name also for this section. um, let's put title. So let's click class important section. So now I can see one more simple this is a simple block area name. Quick update. I want to show one more simple information called important section. So it's not showing now. Let's click on make it as true, so that I can see one more simple section which is expandable and closable. Okay, I can see it here. Let's click on refresh the page. Okay, so problem here. Okay, so let's leave this. I'll explain you tomorrow, okay, on this. And for inputting, so again, as we are using the training object here, we are going to show only the fields available here, because if you want to show some important fields which are from this list, you can show it here. Okay, you can show all the fields which are available here in this training object. Okay, but I am only showing three fields here. And finally I kept a button, comment button, which is action equal to save. This is a standard action. Okay, here I haven't built any custom controller to build custom actions, because I have not written save method here. Simply calling the simple method called save. This is a standard method. I'm using the standard controller here. That's the reason I can use this. Okay, and I have set some styling option. I can use this styling even for these fields also, everything here, to modify their CSS and styling. And the value is quick update here. It's the visual, the button name, which will appear for us like this, quick update. And um, and here's the end of page block section. So this is the starting and this is the end of page block section. If you are not closing this tag, let's see it. I'm removing this and clicking on trying to save this. It will throw an error to us saying there's no termination for the um, at line number 14, because here page block is started, page block is closed. It's asking there should be a page block section closed before 14. Okay, before line number 14. It can be here, it can be here, it can be anything. Okay, but it's not closed at that point of time. Like, let's close the page block section here. What happens, I want to keep the button away of the page block section. The button will come down, the page block section will show um, only the fields. The button came down. I want to add one more page block section for buttons. Okay, so there is one more tag for apex page block buttons. Do you remember it? Okay, um, page block buttons is the one more tag. I can use this stuff to only show the buttons. Okay, if I add this, what it will do is it will add the buttons both on the top and end of the page. Okay, so this is the two buttons which is added both on top and end of the page. So for suppose if you see any record, any item inside Salesforce, there is two buttons. One is in the front, sorry, on the top of the page, and in the end of the page. Same buttons. The actions are same. So because as I have added this bad styling, that's the reason I'm just want to remove the right equal to 20. Click on save. Now this will appear really good. And I want to change the border font size also to 14. I got- Now here's the page for us. Here is a simple quick update button both on the top and end of the page. It's exactly in the center. Okay, and border radius is 2. Okay, you do it like this, and I think you guys are clear on this. And there are some simple tags to show the complete information with a single line. I want to create one more page. Okay, so for suppose you want to show the same page like this, you want to show the similar, sorry, you want to show the same page like this, and you want to show it in a different format. You want to show in a different UI. How will you do this? Now I want to change the UI. I copied this page. Okay, I want to change the um, uh, basic training VI view. Okay, click on save. I'm clicking on enter now. Why it happens? It'll say there is no page for this. Yes, I know that. I'm clicking creating a new page for it. So now I just want to remove everything here. Okay, now I want to remove everything, like everything, every form here. And okay, now we want to copy this field to here by adding question mark equal to id equal to. So I'm just trying to show, giving the option of, see what is the difference between this page and this page. Do you see any difference? Okay, do you see any difference? Because I do have 6 items, 6 lettered list items here in this page. Same, this is the standard page. Okay, 6 items here, the same information, also same thing here. Okay, so the simple, I have written only 3 lines of code, not more than that. So it's using the standard controller of training object, and it's simply displaying the detail page where I'm saying the red list items equal to true. If I make it as false, I won't see the options in the bottom. I cannot see this type of options, the related list items for this training object. Okay, now this is a simple page. I can show any type of message here. I can show any custom message here saying, you can put some error message training, so some notifications like this. Any custom message you can put there with your simply h1 tag, b tags, everything like this. So now this is a simple page without related list items. This is a simple page, one line of code page. Okay, so this is a single line which will display everything. Apex colon detail is like it will show the complete detail of the current page. Okay, let's move on to the other example. um, so now go to the generate PDF. So this option needs the um, offer object, which is not in our current nation. So this is simply for generating the offer letter from your object. In your offer object, you're going to save only the offer joining date, offer letter, sorry, the package details, like the annual salary details, and in your address, and the organization name on the, and your name. It will automatically generate offer letter for all the candidates who have passed, who have created offer object records. Okay, I can simply generate the page with a single button. I can try showing this stuff tomorrow in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so this option, I need the organization for that. I will create a separate organization for that. So if you guys have any a recruiting application with you, I can use this example. What I will do, I'll share this example codes with you all. Okay, let's move on to other example. The second example is remaining now for us. Okay. Okay. Till now, I want to show you some examples which are in-house, means which are in the component reference, and do these examples in the next class. Okay. Open a new tab. Oh, okay. It's not showing here. Click on component reference directly. Yeah. This will open the page in the next tab automatically. I don't need to click on open in next tab. And I do have. So I want to show you the tabs, tab UI option. Where is tabs, Apex tabs? It's in alphabetical order. So let's click on tab panel. This will show you the example. Um, this will show example of the tabs option. Click on usage tabs. Here I have the simple good example for defining the tabs. Okay. Same way I do have the tabs. So if you copy here, see the thing is, uh, so whenever you're trying to copy means they generally Salesforce in the component reference, you're gonna see the example and the respective HTML code what is going to be generated. Okay. um, let's use this basic tab example, creating a new tabs in Salesforce. Okay, this is the basic training tab. I'm creating one more page called basic tab. So I'm creating a new page here now. Again, I'm just copying the code. So this Apex page here, I'm using the simple page ID. So this page is not related to any of the object. Okay, this is simply showing to like a simple HTML page without any data rendering stuff. Okay, I just want to show you how tabs look like, how to create the tabs here. Unlike in HTML, you have to use li in list of li tags and CSS for displaying the tabs. It's really tough. It's really easy here. So here is the tab panel. So for creating a tab, this is required. Tab panel is the top tag. Inside it, you have to create the Apex tab tags. I can have um, a number of tabs like 3 and 4. Make sure that you are not going to put the same name because the name should be different. It's useful for pointing. It's useful for it's useful for storing the state. For suppose if you are in the third tab or fourth tab, if you are trying to do some operation clicking on save or edit, right, you're going to refresh the complete page and it should not take you to the first page, tab 1. Okay, it should be in the same page. For storing the state of the current page, even though after clicking on some actions, you should use this unique names and you have to point back to the same unique names. And this is the tab ID. This should be unique. If I'm clicking on save, it will throw some error because I do have different tab IDs here, right? THRE 3, or I can put tab. Okay, like this also. It should be unique. It can be any name, right? It can be any name, but it should be unique. And I do have two type of options called tab styling. So if I want to show some different colors, if I want to put some custom color instead of these colors, tab active and tab inactive is the class style classes which is already given by Salesforce guys. Okay, with that classes I can use this. I do have an advanced example uh, with me. So what is how can I put active class and stuff? See here I got the recommendations to put the active tab class. Okay, active tab class. So I can keep it blank also. I cannot use inactive tab class. In. See what is inactive tab class. So for suppose in this current four tabs, one tab should be active at any point of time. Means that that should show in different color. This is currently fourth tab is active tab and all the inactive tab class will be showing this CSS. What is this class? Do you know what is class and ID in say in general HTML? This is generally this concept belongs to HTML concepts. Class is like a it's simply used for identification for multiple components. For suppose you want to apply same set of CSS to a number of components. Okay, you're gonna use this classes. You wanna create in the class. You wanna set some uh, styles, and you're going to use this class name in all the components. What you want to use. Uh, the same styling. So if you want to add four in your web page, if there are four components, if you want to use the same styling for that, you can use the class name. What is ID? ID is the unique identifier for any component inside the for every tag inside the current page. You should not make it as duplicate, because if I'm calling a tab 1, it should show only one element or one tag inside the in the complete page. If it is showing two or three, then your functionality is not going to work. Your JavaScript will throw a lot of errors. Okay, it won't save properly. Now click on save, and I do have how to assign style. I do have a style class. How to put styles? style style, and I even showed you how to insert styles in Salesforce. Okay, now I do have um, active. Okay, active tab. This is the active tab class. So now I'm going to add active tab class. The class will start with the dot. Okay, this is the representation of class, and here I'm going to add the style, font, color. Okay, background color, equal to, I'll make it a quite opposite for I think if I have any mistakes in this, we can I can see the direct errors there. And you can even set the importance if you're not trying to affect the changes. Let's click on save. Okay, but I cannot see. So there are two type of class definitions. Inactive class is this. Okay, now I want to make this as important tag. Okay, what is important? I'm prioritizing. This should override the important. Okay, and same way I want to make it as adding the important tags. Clicking on save. Still I don't see the changes. What's the error? Tab class, active tab, inactive tab. Let's make it as font size 26 pixels. Click on save. Okay, I got it's affected now because there might be a lot of reasons. You have to check the this Firebug. So I've made as 14, and I want to do the same thing for this also. Okay, so I can even show different colors here. Somehow it means for checking the issues here, just close this, right click, inspect element. What is inspect element tool? So inspect element means it's a firebug tool, like where I can modify the CSS instantly and I can check what all the issues here. Let's come here. So I have issue with this, right? What's happening? I'm setting the background color equal to hash hash hash. Okay, if it's working really fine, but what is the problem is Salesforce have given me the standard images. Okay, what if I replace it now? Okay, see. So what's happened, right? When you are using background color and image, it automatically picks the background image first, because I don't have any background images currently in my system, so I cannot use it. Okay, so see, if I remove it, I have the perfect thing. Okay, um, and even what happened to the font color? So I can even change the color like this. Oh my god. Okay, font color I can change. So after affecting the changes, right, you can copy the CSS here like this. Copy the CSS and you can paste in your code, in this code, and the same things will be reflected. Okay, so you can inspect any element here, any element. So this is the independent tool. This not belongs to Salesforce. Firebug is the general HTML tool. I'm simply running some means just parsing the HTML code here, changing the changing the code instantly, changing the CSS instantly, and I'm just modifying the CSS. This is a general tool. You can use it anytime and any browser. Okay, this is really good in Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. Okay, and I do have some other example I want to show you. The advanced example which I have here is this. Here it shows the active tab and inactive tab example with a perfect background color, all this stuff, because in background image also none. Okay, yeah, this is the important thing. If I have made the background image equal to none, it should have overridden the thing, and it have, let's do this thing. Okay, background image equal to none. That's a simple option. Okay, I forgotten to add this. Click on save. So I have done a mistake here. Let's see whether it's showing or not. Okay, it's working. Still, if I had a mistake, you have to close the CSS thing with this end tag, because everything should be closed here. Okay, but I think it's, yeah, as it is the end of the CSS, it's accepting the code. Background is none. So the background color is here, it's 0. I want to make the color of the text into FFF. Okay, FFF means it's a white color. Okay, now just check the UI. So we do, so now the color is like this. One is the active tab is in white color with black text. The inactive tab is in black color and white text. Okay, so I can show the tabs. See, I can even change in content also. You can even build a sub tabs. For suppose if you want to show, um, I'll show some really good example now to you. I want to show you account information page. uh, so in this basic tab I want to add, so before the tab I want to add the detail page, apex d detail. Okay, I got this detail page, and related list equal to false. Okay, click on save. So now What are child objects of um, account object? There might be many things, right? There are a lot of things, lot of child objects. Now I want to, okay, it isn't, okay, standard controller. I have to map standard controller is, okay, record type equal to false, and I can even show the related list items in a tabs in the tab format like this. If I come down, so related list item, okay. So for suppose I want to open the account object record in a new tab, and I want to see how many related list items are available. I want to just know what all related list items are there. If you come down, contacts, cases, opportunities. Now I don't want to show this in this format. I want to show in tab format, contacts, cases, opportunities in like this. Okay, let's do this stuff before you. Okay, I want to make the label as contacts, and so this is the tag for that. Inside the body, what I will mark it as contacts. Click on save. So if I click on contacts, I should show the list of contacts here. For suppose, go here and pick this ID, copy here, give question mark, ID equal to, sorry, I have to give equal here. Click on enter. Now it should show me the list account detail page here. And so why I'm showing here is there is no detail page like this. Let's comment all this because these are all items which are in recruiting application. I don't want to show this. Okay. Now this page is showing a simple account tab, account record. On top of it, I am seeing the contact details. See, I have got the contact details here. Okay, I can even put opportunities here also. Go back here. Sorry, this page. Come down, and next tab I want to make it as opportunities. So that opportunities, and the little list item I want to use this instead of the sample text content. I want to show the opportunities. So again, the relationship name varies, depends on the standard and child objects. If it is child object, if it is standard relationships, there won't be any underscore underscore r. Same thing like standard fields and custom fields. So all the standard relationships don't have any underscore underscore r. Custom relationships will be having underscore underscore r. For suppose same way I want to, let's come down here. There's no opportunity here. Okay, currently I can get new opportunity from the tab here directly. Okay, same way I want to see what is other cases also. um, Cases, I'm giving the cases object here. Okay, now I have the new cases tab also with a simple case ready here. Same way I can do this for the other child records also. There are 7 other child objects, right? I can get 7 tabs. Now what is the final result? I'm not showing the information directly to all the people like this. Okay, and I'm simply showing here with the tab information. If they want contacts, they can go with contacts. If they want opportunities, they will go with opportunities. Okay, if they want cases, they can go with cases also. They can even create new opportunity directly from here, clicking on new opportunity. Okay, and they can just give the name, some name, and some close date, number. Click on save. Now the record is saved under this account. Now go back to the basic account. Again, I said you it's not the standard we have not configured this page in the real time, right? So in the actual account view page, what's happening, this is the test page what we are running it, it's running done perfectly. If it is really good, so there's opportunity now in here. There is a contact opportunity. Just now we have created this opportunity. You can see the close date equal to today also, which I have map for today. Case, this is a case information. 4 tab is blank. I can put some other tabs like this. Okay, and I want to show something. So I showed you something, right? So earlier, so when I open any account object, I don't see this page. That's the standard behavior. If you want to show your custom page what you have built now, right? You have to map this page by going to your object details. There are buttons and links. This is really different for the standard objects. What happens to the custom objects? In the custom objects, you see everything. There's only one. You have to go to the create buttons. There's object. You see everything. Child objects, standard fields, custom fields, validation rules, triggers, page layouts, everything here, and buttons here. Everything record types here. Okay. But what if you are doing the same thing for if you want to do this button alignment for standard objects? Go to the account object. There is no this single view at one page. There is a different link called buttons and links and actions. The fields are here, validation rules are here, triggers are here. Unlike child objects, everything is in one page. Here it's differently aligned. Okay, and you can directly click on buttons and links. Here is the new button link. If I can now update this, click on edit. This is the standard view. I don't want to use this. If we have developed some custom view page for our edit page or some different pages, I can use this. Okay, I can use the my page basic tab. This is, I think this is what I want to use now. Click on this, save. Now my page, when I open the customer record, when I click on any customer record, my tab, sorry, when I click on the customer record, this will automatically overridden to this VF page called basic tab, and it will show my new VF page. Okay, if you don't like this page, you generally go with the standard page. Otherwise you go with the same page. Again, this is complete. The requirements will be generally you cannot do this stuff on your own, but you have to take the customer requirements. If you want to do changes, you will do it. Otherwise you just keep go with the standard behavior. It will reduce your time, it will reduce your effort also, right? Okay, and again, I can even, there are a lot of there are a lot of action attributes here inside this page. So yeah, sorry, here in the application, sorry, I can even call some actions on tap click. If I want to do some action on when I'm clicking on opportunities tab, I want to do some action. What I will do, There are some action. There are some here. There are some actions here. On click on mouse over, same type of actions what you have seen earlier. On pay on when I'm moving my mouse over page block, have some options. I do have similar type of options here also. Functions on tab leave, on tab enter. These are all standard things. Okay. When you're clicking on tab, means on tab enter, you're going to do some action. You're going to some print some message here. I want to show that to you. Alert. So what is a simple? I can even call the function JavaScript function because as I don't have any function here. I'm using a simple alert statement to show whether it's working or not. Tab op opportunities. Op means opportunities. Entered. So now I click on tab opportunities. I got the option called tab option entered. The message is gone back. Earlier, when I have given on mouse over, whenever I'm going to that area, it's opening. Okay. Now, whenever I'm clicking on once only, it's opening. Okay. One time. This is only one time. Again, when I click on cases, it won't open again. Now, what is the other option? So when I'm leaving the tab, there is one more option called when I'm leaving the tab. On tab leave, I can even put the same type of action on tab leave. Alert. So you can only call functions or any JavaScript methods here, right? Alert is also a simple type of function. That's the reason I'm calling only this function. Okay. I can even debug the code also. Hmm, moving out. Now, if I'm clicking on contacts, it's saying, hey, moving out of the tab. If I'm clicking on opportunities, tab entered. Again, I'm clicking on cases, moving out of the tab. Instead of showing this message, I can call some action also. That action may perform some different type of calculations, and it can update some data in my inside my database also, right? I can initiate some action from a JavaScript with action function. What action function will do? Action function will do my, it will call my method inside my Apex class, and it will trigger some action. It will update or it will remove some record from my database. I can do a type of option like this. Okay. And um okay, so I think I just want to stop the development class today because I have a big blocker. Like I can't use my current examples without this current code. But um, let's work on Dev 401. Um, okay, give me 5 minutes time. I'll just share the documents before you now, and um, for the developer 401 class. Sorry, the developer 401 questions I will share with you. Okay, one second. Um, yeah, guys. Back. So let's open our charter. I'm going to this page. I opened. I do have some links stored for developer 401. So I'm just posting in developer 401 study group. Here's my list of links and resources. Okay. Hey, if you have questions on sandboxes and stuff, just keep like you can ask me questions on that also. So generally there are like a developer sandbox which is having test.salesforce.com login, and generally in the developer sandbox also you can make this as generally it's a simple sandbox. You generally make it as developer sandbox, QA sandbox, developer one, QA one, developer two, QA two, like this. Okay, and after apart from this, you have a configuration sandbox for testing integrations or configurations, all this stuff. I do have simple content for that and exact meanings for different things. I'll share it with you on a simple text file in this group. And one more, um, what a full copy sandbox is generally useful for testing with the live data. What is full copy sandbox? Generally, you generally take the sandboxes from your production organization. You cannot take from your developer free organization. You go if you are working with some X company, they'll be having a production organization. You can see how many organizations they have taken inside the production organization. There is a sandbox option. The administration, there is a sandbox option. If you click on the sandboxes, you will see what all the available sandboxes with you, how many things you have used when you have created it. You can even refresh the sandbox. So what happens, you have done down some development from April 2013, and you're deploying some code to the production server. Okay, and now you're stopping the project after 1 year. You what you'll do, you'll refresh the project. Means the sandbox what you're using will get all the configurations in the current production organization to that, and you start the coding from that point of time, developer thing. Okay, and what is full copy sandbox? Full copy sandbox is generally useful for testing on the live data. If you take a full copy sandbox now, it will contain all the data in your production organization in some sandbox. This is useful only for testing. Okay, and again, when you generally you can even refresh for every 6 months the full copy sandbox to work on the live data. Okay, that's useful for running on actual means the big data what you have in your production organization. Sometimes you don't know, your code might not have optimized, that may not work with millions of records. It may throw some errors. It may take some time if you're running it on very very big number of code. Okay, so just check these organizations. I have already opened the proofs questionnaire. So this is the questionnaire here with 20 questions first set. You can start and you can take the exam by putting your name, and after that you can see all the questions at once, all the exam results at once. This will show you the correct answers also. After finishing your exam, it will show you the score and it will show you the correct answers. You can even verify after that. Coming back to the questionnaire question, developer certification 4013, there are around 50 questions, 40 questions. Some questions may repeat again, but it's better to take everything. 45 questions in developer 4012. So yeah, it generally asks about the visibility, um, the layout, simple thing, and security options is a really good option. So if you are good at security, just check with profile source what all you can do with this. Just go through your profile and you can just look in it. Okay, and order of execution also, that's really important. Let's do one thing to you. Okay, order of execution in Salesforce. This is the most typed word, so I just got this directly. So when you click on this will show you the order of trigger execution. This is really important in the interviews also. So when you're clicking on any button, when you're clicking on any action on Salesforce, what happens? So this is the order of execution. So loads the original record of the database. This is the first step. Um, first of all, it will execute all the standard validation rules. Means mm, the name is required field in every object, right? And the opportunity name is required field, or else account name is required field. That might be the validation rule, standard validation rule. It may ask for that. Later on, the compliance with the layout specific rules. Means if you are marking something as required in the page layout, it will ask for that. Um, and again, it will ask for the required values. And when you are trying to these are all validations on the VF page. This also comes under standard validation rules. After that, you are executing the before triggers. I have said there are type of triggers: before triggers, after triggers in Salesforce. Before insert, before update, before delete. Same way after update, after delete, after insert triggers. Okay. And so you have again custom validation rules executed in between this before and after. Later on, the assignment rules will run. What are assignment rules? Assigning some records to some group or some queue. Okay. To a person based on the time zone, based on the business hours. Okay. Assignment rules. Auto response rules. Auto response rules are something like whenever you're saving some record, notifying the person, notifying the user saying, hey, record has created for you. Please work on this. Okay. And that type of things are called auto response rules. Workflow rules. After that, workflow rules will be executed. Assignments and auto response tools are generally there for custom standard objects like cases, leads. Mainly they use mainly for the two objects, because these two objects are really important in both the sales and service cycles. Okay. And if there are workflow field updates and updates, again this will be executed. And later on, again after field updates, again it's one more action, right? When you are updating some field, workflow is updating one more time. Again the before update triggers will fire one more time. And this will be repeated for okay. And if there are workflow triggers, it will execute it. And later on, escalation rules are if you might put some number of days. After that number of days, you have to escalate the things. Again, there might be some escalation based on the priority also. If there is high priority, you want to move this to directly to the different level of support, level 1, level 2, level 3 type of supports. You can classify this based on your organization. Okay. And cross object workflow rules will be executed after it. And roll up summary fields. Okay. And sharing rules finally will work. Criteria based sharing. So I have to share about the sharing rules. Missed out to share that to you. That's the missing part. Okay. And finally, all the commit DML operations of the things will be committed to the database again. Execute post logic, sending emails of this, all this stuff at the end of this. Okay. This is one important thing when it will be generally useful in the interviews, and it will be really useful for you also technically, right? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, today I want to close the class session. And if you have any questions, just message me on chatter. Sorry, I think today I just took only 1 or 15 minutes of time, and I will extend the class. Generally asking, so are you guys free in the morning time? Are you guys busy or free? You guys are like
Yeah,
work.
we are free. I mean, from my side, I'm free, Venkat.
Okay, from how about the others? Because from the next 2 weeks I am completely free. Means I'm on vacation. I can take the classes in the evening, in the morning also. If you want to finish as quickly as possible, I can do that. I think most of the guys, I think They are free because they're looking for job, right? So yeah, we'll work on it, and if that is if all are free, weekends or weekdays. Anyways, because weekdays also, Anita, like we can finish this as soon as possible, and we can you guys can start marketing. That's the reason. If you guys free this weekend, okay. Sorry, I can't make it in the morning. Okay, okay. Let's do it in the evening times only. Sorry for that. Right. Hey, I'm closing the class for today. If you have any questions, I'm available for 15 more minutes. Just ask. Um, so people who are preparing for developer 401, just go through these four questionnaires as soon as possible, so you will get some good idea on what they are asking and on how to prepare. Okay, and just if you don't want to answer this, just click on next, 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 putting bad answers. Go back to the final page. After the end of this quiz, you will see all the 50 questions with answers properly in the same page. Then you can follow. You can read the question by question, and you can see the answers. Spend 1 hour on each and every quiz. Okay. Just want to post here in chatter. Okay. um, yeah, posting. Yeah, I posted the questionnaires here. You can go through it. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. If you have questions, please post in my chat group.